Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6 with me, FalseSymmetry. And what a view we have from up here. Look at that dragon, dude. He looks great from up here. Oh my goodness, let's get another close-up. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Oh, beautiful. Anyway, let's say hello to Rendo real quick. You guys always, every time someone says hello in a video, you guys are like, oh my goodness, False, why did you not reply? Usually I do, but once I finish recording so that I can actually, you know, type and not get distracted. But anyway, today we have a new addition to the area. Not only do we have this massive dragon that Rendog's been building, which looks fantastic. He's sort of curved the sort of wings around this side and that side, and it's got the tail coming out the back now and everything. And I was inspired by this, and I was like, you know what? Rendog's really going for it now. He's really started working on this area, and he's also got the portal over here, which I'm sure you guys have seen as well, which is very overgrown, which if you guys have followed me for a long enough time, you'll know that overgrown is really sort of my aesthetic when it comes to Minecraft, but I tried to tame that back a little bit depending on the projects that I'm working on. But it has always been the plan for this base. I wanted to build it properly first and then sort of make it look a little bit derelict in some places. But as you can see, I've been inspired by Rendog's huge scale here. And I've started building a tree. Now, granted, the top isn't finished, but if we look at it from down here, you can see the kind of fantasy vibe I'm trying to go with here. We've added some mushrooms, some vines, some ferns, lots and lots of stuff here. And I've been doing this in a live stream, and I think this is possibly the way to go. I think Rendog likes it too. We might tweak it a little bit, but basically I really wanted some huge, massive trees that are not Minecraft trees in the slightest. They're very much custom trees, and I think that this is definitely one that I'm really starting to like. It needs a little bit more work, but for my first massive tree, I think I've done a pretty good job. I will need to make it non-spawnable as well, because currently it's just got torches all over it. We got very many mobs spawning there otherwise. But yeah, I think it looks fantastic. Anyway, today we're actually working over in this direction. We're actually going to have a little fly over here. And yes, guys, I've decided, I know, it's been an awful long time. We're going to finally build this station. I'm not sure why there is another portal here. I have literally just realised that that is not meant to be there. Okay then. But yeah, quick little update about the area. We've got someone flying by here. That looks very odd. Oh my goodness, Ren. Wait, dude, that looked like he was flying upside down. That was so weird. Talk about distracted. Yeah, so this over here is no longer the Pirate District, I believe. It is in fact the Film District, I guess. We've got some film studios going on over here, so I think this could work. The design we have for this, the giant skull, spoilers, I'm sure I've already spoiled it in the thumbnail. But yes, the giant skull that's going to be going here will in fact, I think, go a little bit with this. It's going to be a little bit pirate, but also it could be like a film prop sort of thing. So we could add some film related stuff to it too. We could in fact, actually, this is meant to be like a pirate campsite. Yeah, that's what it says on the sign. We could add some like cameras around here and pretend that there's like a set over here. That could be a really nice way to bring it all together. But anyway, I have been rambling for way too long. Let's get our resources together and start building this thing. Right, so first things first, what I'm going to do is build the skull. And then we're going to, I think, build around it. Because I don't think we can build a whole skull. I think it's going to have to be the front of the face. And then, oh, there's dolphins. Hi. And then we're going to have, yeah, just land around it. So what I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to terraform the back of this and make it like a mountain or like a little hill. It is going to be quite tall though, which is the only thing I'm a bit worried about. But I think as soon as things are built around here, like with that tree, I think once you sort of made everything else quite tall as well, it'll not look as crazy, because I think it might look a bit terrifying for a little while. Anyway, so I'm probably going to be spending literally a year trying to recreate this skull. I have built it in creative mode, but I do believe I'm going to have to make some changes for it. make it look a little bit better perhaps. I also want to make or add some other blocks, because yes, I'm building Aptar, alright, but we'll also have wool, and I think white concrete as well. So yeah, we've sort of started with the nose here. Sort of the nose is going to go about like here, nostril there. Then 2 big eyes, one there. And of course the big shape. You can sort of already see the teeth, and this is going to be the entrance to the station. And hopefully it's going to work. I think so. Let's not worry too much about that. But guys, let's go ahead and roll that time lapse. That is this kind of mostly done. We're obviously going to, though, have to put the black in the eyes, so let's do that real quick. So I think I'm just going to chuck it over here. I want the eyes to be a little bit indented, so I think I'm just going to sort of go with this, and then obviously put the eye inside. And I think this is definitely going to start looking pretty cool once we've done that. Do I want to go in one more maybe? Then have the inside. I'm not sure if I want it here or not. Let me check my previous design. Okay, it is like super difficult to tell. So what I'm going to do is just go with keeping it all the same all the way around, and then we can always just add the extra blocks. So it won't really matter, because inside we're going to have to just build the inside of the skull at some point. Right, quickly while it is night time, or getting to night time, someone's going to sleep pretty soon. Oh, we added some fire! Because I don't have the pupils yet, because the pupils of these eyes, which, well, I mean, there's technically no pupils, right, because there are no eyes, technically, in a skeleton. But, I wanted to add little skeleton skulls within the eyes, like the light grey skeleton skulls. Oh, dude, there's so many people online, I can't fly instantly. I don't know what someone just did there. Someone definitely loaded in something bad. There you go. Oh, it's looking nice though, isn't it? It seems like I missed a little bit over here, a little cheek sort of area, but there's a reason why the skull is very much, it's floating right now actually, funnily enough. But there's a reason why it is just the very front of it there. You know, it could have gone around the side a little bit more, but I want to bring up the land. So we're going to start off with some stone, then probably add some dirt on top. Sort of make a mound that is going to reach quite far back as well, because I think the scale of it is going to have to be quite large for it to look a little bit like it can actually support this skull. Anyway, as you can see, I've got a lot of work to do. I need to light up the inside, I'm pretty sure, actually, thinking about it, being dark and all. And I think once we have done that, I'll bring you guys back in when I've done a little bit of the shapes around the outside, because I'm definitely going to have to try and make it look fairly natural, right? I'm going to have to sort of, that's why I've sort of built this sort of area here, just to make sure I've got, you know, sort of more natural shape. It's going to be a little bit triangular perhaps, but we'll try and make it as natural as possible without, you know, making it look too fake. I want it to look a little bit realistic, but I don't know, we can always add blocks very easily to it afterwards. So yeah, let me clean up my mess here, and I will bring you guys back in when we're done. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Got some grass and some sort of stone going up there, and then I think we're going to round it around. I think it's going to just be nice to work on the front, make sure the front looks good, and then the terrain at the back can literally just be whatever looks natural, right? I'll just build it up and add stuff to it. But yeah, this is going to look good. Are we getting tridented by someone? Yeah, look at this guy. Hi, dude. Have a sword to the face. Oh, wait, no. Come on. Give me your trident. I want your trident. Please. No. Oh, dude, one day, in many years, I will get a trident from one of those guys. But yeah, I love the lighting, dude. I think it's going to look great. The mouth's going to glow because there's going to be lighting inside. The eyes, of course, are glowing. And yeah, we'll keep the rest subtle. And yeah, not too crazy with the lighting. I like it a lot. We could even add some fire to the head if needed. But I think for now, just that'll do. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. So I'm going to continue with this sort of little area around the skull. And then once I've done that, like I say, I'm just going to go crazy with sort of trying to figure out a mountain shape, which I think is going to be the worst nightmare, but I can get my camera account on to help me with that a little bit, I think. Right, so in previous episodes recently, you guys have told me that you really like to see the process of making some things, so I thought I'd show you guys how I'm building this. First up, like I previously mentioned, I started sort of framing the face and making sure we've got enough land around that so that I know where to start and where sort of we want the curve to start in this. But now I'm not so sure what shape we want that to be. So what I've started doing is building the complete opposite of the skull on the opposite corner where I want this to go. Now, I'm not sure if I want it to droop down or if I want it to arch up now, but what I have is a structure that is sort of already there, so that'll help you sort of imagine where the mountain will be, because obviously right now it's pretty small. Again, I can't get in the air. Oh, I can't. Look how many people are online right now. It's literally impossible. But, oh, and my fireworks are lasting longer than expected. Yeah, so I think that's going to not work. I need to droop it down. I need to, like, stop there, droop down a little bit, and then go back again. So, yeah, it just gives me an idea as to what sort of shape we've got going on there. It is nice, but, yeah, it's feeling a little bit more like a helmet, and also, like, I've got, like, the whole skull there, which I haven't. So I need to be a bit careful with that. So I'm probably going to work through the night, and although actually saying that, I've just realised phantoms might be a problem. But I'm going to slowly sort of chop this down, make this sort of a better shape, and then we should be good to start. Oh, yeah, I said phantoms existed. Oh, I've got a bed down here. Please, 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 please. Let me sleep, let me sleep, let me sleep, let me sleep. Please. It's so close. Come on. And, oh, good, okay. Run away, run away. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. They're getting stuck in there and everything. Oh no, that's not a good thing. So now what I'm going to try and do is I've got my camera account sort of right up in the air, sort of looking straight down at this. And what I'm going to try and do is make sort of a net. I guess this is what you call it, right? When you do, like I don't do 3D, I've never done 3D graphics. Like I do know graphic design, that is something I have a degree in. But I never did like 3D graphics or like sculpture or anything like that. But I have noticed, like, you know, with sort of learning about art and seeing things made, that this is a technique, or maybe even the technique that people use a whole bunch. So that's sort of what I've picked up and sort of bring into Minecraft, and I guess it sort of works for me, and therefore probably is actually exactly the way that you would build sculptures and things like that. But yeah, you can see now I've got like another net sort of going around, and what I'm going to do is pick a few layers to build that down. I'm going to bring some inwards, like for example, I think I want to bring this a little bit inwards here, so we've got sort of a less round shape, because obviously right here you can see it's super round. So we're going to bring it in a little bit, add a bit more shape to it, and then obviously as we go down we're going to bring it out rounder and make it look a little bit more like you know, a big fat mountain basically. But yeah, this is the more kind of organic shape we're definitely going to need right here. So we'll bring it in. Perfect. Right, I am done with building the net, as I keep calling it. I think that's what it's technically called. I'm not so sure. But yeah, we've got this side here more round and sort of, yeah, just basically round. And then you can see this side here, I've sort of made this shape that we've sort of got here with the big bit that comes out even more intense here. So this is going to be a steeper. Oh, actually, no, not steeper. This here is going to be steeper because it's going to be almost like directly up. So it's going to be a very vertical wall. And then this here, of course, is going to be more of a slope. And yeah, I think I've done enough. We're probably going to, yeah, keep this bottom sort of amount quite straight and just up to that. And then up there, it's going to get a bit rounder and sort of feel more like a hill. But as I say, I'm going to build this, and then if any bits look wrong, it's very easy. Then I can see the shape of it, so I can dig parts out, I can add parts to it, and it's basically going to be pretty boring. But I think I might time-lapse this bit as well, because again, you guys have been asking to see my progress a little bit, and how, or process even, and see how I build things. So I thought, you know what, let's time this as well, and yeah, guys, enjoy the time-lapse. my camera account on, I thought we would do a quick little summary of what I have built so far. This has taken a long, long while to do. Obviously I've missed places. I actually need to go round again and actually smooth some areas, like this bit here. You can see where the net was, the line, because it's very, very squared off. But yeah, that is what I do next to this. I obviously want to smooth this off. It looks a little bit too janky this side. This side's actually looking a lot more natural. I'm really happy with this. This has, again, not been touched since I built it, so again, you can see where the net was along there. Sort of that very, very straight line there. But again, you know, you've got to go in back afterwards and change it around. But what I'm actually thinking of doing as well is I sort of want to merge into this land here. I quite like the idea of a path being around it, but I feel like it looks quite unnatural. Possibly because it has no grass on it yet. Again, another thing I'm going to start adding is grass. But I need to get the shape correct before I then start replacing some of the stone with grass. It's just so much easier that way. It's almost like painting, right? You've got to build the thing and then paint it afterwards. So get the shape correct first and then paint it. Yeah, which is why I didn't go too crazy with the grass. From the front here, you can sort of see that to the right. You can't really see the land to the left here. It's not a bad thing, but I might again bring it out. And yeah, I think I am going to smooth it to this land here. It's very hard to point with the camera account, but yeah, I'm going to try and, I think, smooth some of it down to there. And then maybe at the back here, and then we'll sort of smooth it out. And yeah, I think that's necessary. I think just to make it look a little bit like it's part of the area. But again, adding grass will do that as well. So I'll do those two things. I'm not going to time lapse it. I'm just going to get on with it and use my camera account to help me out in making it a nice shape. But yeah, I'm liking how it's looking. It's looking very, very cool. Let's have a quick look from over here at our base. Yeah, I think that looks really quite nice. It just needs to be a little bit more camouflaged in the area. Okay, so I started flying back there, and it looks really good. So I thought I would stop and show you guys. In fact, let's have a little walk along here. We can sort of walk along here, can't we? Yeah, we can. Perfect. And yeah, it's so much better now that I've made it look a bit more part of the terrain. Like, look at that. Skull Island. Is that from Jurassic? No, not Jurassic Park. Something else. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot. And I think it's going to look nice. It's going to look great at nighttime as well with the lighting of it. Yeah, I still might curve it out and change the shape. I need to fly around it a whole bunch, right? Because the problem is things look great on one angle, but they don't necessarily look great on all angles. Like this angle's still a bit lumpy. I might still bring that out. I might even merge these two things together a bit and tweak the terrain surrounding, but obviously that's just it literally takes so long to do the terrain. That's why I never do terrain to this scale, because it literally will take an episode for me just to do the terrain, which it already has pretty much. But I'm actually gonna extend the episode by a little bit and build the trees and stuff around it, because I think they're really gonna make all the difference. So we're gonna actually build a little to the style of Scar over here. Scar's got some palm trees over here, and obviously his base is technically Pirate District as well, right? So we're going to pinch some of these designs. Actually, I don't even know. Are some of them birch and some of them... Wait, this is birch, isn't it? Oh, no, they're oak logs. Oh. I was going to use jungle, because it's sort of a little bit redder. But is that not... They're not quite the same, but you know what? That'll change it a little bit. Different, you know, different area a little bit. Different piece of land. So... yeah, what we'll do is we'll build some of those here. We need to sleep first, of course. Look at that, sheep's already trying to climb the skull. And I'll bring you guys back in when I've done a little bit of the exterior and finished it off for as much as I can, because this episode's already taken an absolute age. We will, of course, make holes as well, by the way, for said railways. I haven't decided what those are going to look like yet. And obviously the interior is going to have to be done too, but we'll do that in a whole other episode, because... yeah, the scale of this thing is a little bit more than I sort of expected. So we're going to do a bit of a vote here. I have built a palm tree, and then I decided to go look at Scar's, see how he built his. And I was like, oh yeah, they're different designs. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put a vote poll in the top right hand side, but wait until you see them both until you decide. Here is my design for a palm tree. It's got the square on the top, or the cross on the top, and then two diagonal blocks either side. It looks like a palm tree, that's always how I built them. And then Scar's one, I need to get rid of a couple extra blocks on top of it. Ooh. let's see, because I left these here. This is Scar's one, and there was a reason that I used jungle instead of oak, and that is so I could put coconuts on there. And then that is Scar's palm tree. I think it does look more natural, doesn't it? And it's specifically the leaves. This palm tree is meant to look wonky. And you can see, of course, I've left another block up there. Oh, there we go, much better. Yeah, so I'm going to add the coconuts to that. It's just cocoa beans. That's the reason I went with jungle. It's so similar to the oak when it is stripped. So I was just like, you know what? We're just going to go straight with the jungle. They can still attach these coconuts. It can still attach, which is really nice. But yeah, they just add a little bit extra pizzazz to the trees. Right, I'm going to finish up here. Well, the sun is going down and it is looking fantastic here. Of course, there's going to be more trees around the area and stuff like that, but I don't want to go too over the top until I'm 100% sure with the placement of everything. But I'm really happy with this. I think once it's got a dark interior and you can't see the yellow stuff coming out the mouth, looks a bit weird right now, it's going to look really good. So guys, let me know what you think of this. I might actually fix that bit up there now. I'm looking at it closer from the front. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot of tweaking. I'm going to be doing a lot more building in this area. I'm actually going to build this whole area here, this side of the river. I'm going to sort of terrain all of this and add some more like areas, add maybe a film crew and stuff, filming perhaps a little campsite scene and stuff. I'll see what these guys get up to and see if I can borrow some ideas from them and make it feel like, you know, it's a little bit pirate, but it's also secretly a set and actually not pirate in a way, you know? So that is going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually really looking forward to doing the interior of this as well. Of course, it's going to have to be some redstone perhaps in here, so maybe I'll see if someone's around to help me with that, or add it in here while I'm, you know, thinking about the next episode. I don't really know, but of course I'm going to have to leave some more torches in here. It's getting quite dark, and of course I might even do some prep work and make sure we cover up the skull from the inside, because it is not a good looking skull from the inside, is it? It sort of has like one big long eye. But with one final look at this thing from over here, guys, that is it for the episode. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. And we have a light! See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.